Hey team, in this video we're going to do 3 attacks from knee on the belly, and also Dawn's going to show correct stabilization and posture. So Dawn has, using her hook here on her foot against my hip to stop going over this way. And she's also got her leg nice and based out to make sure it's hard for me to pull that leg in. And you can see on this side, she has her knee slightly over. Right, there's other ways that you can put it depending on what you want to do, but this is a really good stabilization position, right? So Dawn is also lifting my leg. If it's no-gi, she'll be lifting under the leg and lifting the tendon. She can do that on the outside or the inside, okay? And she's also reaching right underneath my neck and pulling on my neck, right? So the same principle as if you think about standing on a set of scales and you want to make yourself heavier, okay? You push down, at the same time you pull up nice and hard, and then this puts a lot of pressure on your partner, right? The objective is A, to take away some of their breathing, but B, to make them do things that you can utilize to attack them or get a better position. Always remember, the less points you have on the ground, the more pressure you're going to have through your partner. Okay, so we're going to look at 3 different attacks from knee on the belly. So a lot of times you can get knee on the belly as a progression to mount or as a dismount, but quite often when you're in side control, the person actually helps you up onto knee on the belly by framing, right? They start pushing until you end up with your knee on the belly position. Okay, from here, we want to create a lot of torque. So we pull underneath our partner's legs and we pull underneath our partner's head, and we posture up nice and strong. Okay, so this creates so much pressure on your partner that they want to get rid of you, right? So a common thing that people do is they try to push off your knee. So as they do this, okay, you're going to reach your hand, the one that was on the leg, through this little triangle, and you're going to lift your partner's shoulder towards you. So you want to expose your partner's back, because as I pull this through, you can see that I've actually pulled my partner's head through my legs, which means that this step becomes very small. Right, so I just step here, step, okay, and then you're going to turn. So you want to put your bum from this side of your partner's head to the other side. Okay, and from here, clamp your knees together and start looking to secure the arm. Okay, like all armbar finishes, you need the elbow above your hip line. You squeeze your knees to make sure your partner's shoulder is secured. You have your partner's thumb in the air because this is the way that their elbow bends, and you lift your hips to get the tap. Okay, so the next one is going to be a Kimura. So we start in exactly the same way. Have my partner might frame, they help me up. Put some pressure through your partner so you see them pushing off your knee. You're going to attach your partner's hand to the ground. Okay, from here, you're going to put your hand under and you're going to connect to your figure 4. I still keep my knee on my partner until I've got the figure 4, then I slide my knee off. Once I do this, I put my elbow into my partner's hip. So what that does is it stops any chance of my partner being able to get their arm back to any form of clothes or their hands, right? I put my hand and my elbow on my partner's hip, and I make sure that I have these reverse motorcycle grips, right? So thumbs are out, because if my thumb's here, my partner straightens their arm's going to disappear. Whereas if I have my thumb out and I do this reverse motorcycle grip, I create a real nice little loop around my partner's arm. Okay, from here, you switch hips a little bit to pull your partner's shoulder off the ground. If I just do it from here, I'm actually fighting against the ground, so I'll never finish my Kimura. I'll never finish the Kimura lock. Right, so switch your hips, almost like it's your Geisha Gatami switched hip position, and then you're going to put your leg over your partner's head. Okay, so this will stop you from getting rolled, because sometimes when you do this, if you do it too hard, you'll end up like this. And you'll end up in a worse position. So if you place your leg over your partner's head, that will stop you from doing that. Okay, so put your partner's arm on the ground, secure, knee down, elbow to the hip, switch, leg over, and from here you're going to try to get your partner's pinky on the back of their head. And that's finishes your Kimura lock. And the third one, which I like to do, which is pretty sneaky, but it's my no-gi baseball bat choke from knee on the belly. If you want to just shuffle down that way a little bit. So a lot of times when you have so much pressure on your partner's belly, what they end up doing is focusing so much down here that they leave their neck exposed. So you're pulling on your partner's head. So one hand's already around your partner's neck, okay? And the other hand's pulling up. They want to alleviate pressure. They're trying to do something with your foot down here. They're trying to do something with your knee here. But look, their neck is fully at my disposal now, okay? So what I do is I grab my hands together. I do this gable grip. The one behind the neck is knuckles up. The one in front of the neck is palm up. Right? And then I just try to put my two elbows together. So you can either do this with the knee on the belly, or you can end up sliding off. And when you slide off, I try to put my body pressure through my elbow. So that's your sneaky baseball bat choke, no-gi baseball bat choke from knee on the belly. So there's 3 good attacks from knee on the belly, plus your posture and control position. Keep practicing.